pretty much.
Yeah, get a picture. Yeah, this is good.
Hey, howdy.
It's a fun picture.
Thank you very much. That's badass.
You're very welcome.
I made it down to on my way to Big Sky. I made it to Red Tractor Pizza. Got stoned and said, "Fuck Big Sky."
That's funny. Yeah.
See if I can get this.
I want Red Tractor.
Does it need to be lowered?
I'm trying to get all of this in it. That's the problem.
That's good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Gotta lean in, yeah? Ciao. Okay.
Well, howdy.
Howdy.
Hello.
So, Quaking Aspen. What brings you out here today?
Well, it's Big Sky Hempfest. We're one of the sponsors. It's the first Big Sky Hempfest, so excited to be here. It just started. We'll be here from 10 o'clock till 8 tonight. And a lot of vendors here. People are just starting to show up. They're doing the meditation now. And I think live music all day. And then there's going to be the awards ceremony, which we entered into around 420. So we're hoping to win some awards today for some cartridges, some infused pre-rolls, and then hopefully our BHO product. But Quaking Aspen, we're one of the biggest verticals in the state as far as cannabis companies go. We've got 2 dispensaries here in Bozeman, and we make basically almost every product under the sky except for solventless, really. So we do a ton of BHO concentrates. We do infused pre-rolls, infused blunts. We do 1 gram cartridges, BHO cartridges. We do half grams. We do all kinds of fun disposables. We do half gram disposables, full gram disposables. We do seasonal disposables also with isolate live resin, which is a little better concentrate than distillate. And then we've got a ton of new products coming out, like our Trailblazer 5-pack of infused joints. We've got our new Skinny Girl THCV line, which we're really excited about. We think THCV will be a nice product for people looking for a little more of an appetite suppressant instead of that normal kind of munchies you kind of get from eating weed a lot of times. And we think that'll be kind of an energy focus. So we've got Skinny Girl gummies coming out in THCV, and then we've also got Skinny Girl pre-rolls. And then we're a big bulk seller of cannabis flower also around the state. But yeah, we have a greenhouse grow, we have an indoor grow, and then we have a really nice extraction lab out here in Gallatin Gateway next to Bozeman. So we kind of do just about everything under the sun. But yeah, we're also a retailer also on that side. So yeah, super excited to be here at Big Sky Hempfest, and looks like the weather's perfect, and we'll see how many people come in today. But yeah, excited to be here.
Heck yeah. We've tested quite a few of your products here on the show. As you are aware that your Vader from what was it? Quite a few months ago now.
Yeah, what was that? I think we gave you that was a cartridge, right?
That was the cartridge,
the first
yeah.
one we did, yeah.
And then I also purchased your actual concentrate as well for it as well.
Fantastic. How'd you like it?
I loved both products. You guys have a very excellent way of having your system that I will say lasts forever.
Nice.
That it takes a long time to drain it, and that's something that I look for and is key in a product.
Appreciate
is
that.
longevity.
Appreciate that, man. We try to get, with any kind of cartridge product, it's always a little difficult to find the right hardware. It kind of starts with hardware, something that's not going to be defective, something that's going to last long, right? So, whether it comes down to our disposables, like I think you tried a disposable, correct? Yeah, it was a disposable. Yeah, I remember now. Whether it comes down to those disposables, hardware is really key. And then obviously, if you put good product inside of it, people are going to come for it, especially if it's nicely designed. But I think when it comes to cartridges, especially now with the way the tariffs and everything's going to impact, it's going to come down really important to finding good hardware. So we use iCrusher now for all of our carts.
Canadian brand?
I don't know if iCrusher is a Canadian brand or not, but that's what we've switched to. We're super happy with them. The disposables, especially our seasonal disposables. We have a new seasonable .9 coming out. It's a trout kind of artwork. It's really nice on the outside. I think it'll be great for tourists or anybody, even locals. But that's all iCrusher now that we've switched over to, and we're super happy with that. So shout out to iCrusher and the team over there. But yeah, we make, like I said, it starts with hardware, then it comes down to obviously the product we put inside. And I think in the Yetis and maybe even the one you tried, we don't just use normal distillate, we use isolate live resin as well. We use pure isolate with terpenes that reintroduce real cannabis terpenes. So I think that's exactly. I think that's one of the reasons why our cartridges perform so well. It's a little bit better than a normal distillate cart, although we sell plenty of distillate carts also.
And,
but
remind me, what was that running at? Like where percentage-wise was it like a 0.5 or?
Our normal distillate normally comes out, especially in our cartridges, they normally test anywhere from the 70s to 80s, even sometimes in the low 90s. But our Yetis and our seasonal vapes, they're testing a little higher than that, normally in the 80s and even sometimes in the low 90s. And I think it's just a little bit, the isolate live resin is just a little bit better of an ingredient. So people that have tried, your normal distillate vapes in the past, come by Quaking Aspen or go by one of our retailers across the state. We're in quite a few stores across the state. And try one of our Yeti seasonal vapes or try one of our disposables with the isolate live resin. They'll say ILR on them. Make sure you ask your bud tender. But if you're somebody that's trying to take the little step up from distillate, try one of those, and I think people would be really happy with it.
Okay. So we've also tried some of your guys' edibles in your edible line. You guys have an excellent edible line.
Appreciate that. We're going to have the THCV. We're excited about the THCV launch that's coming out. THCV is a little bit of a different cannabinoid. Yeah, we've been growing it for a few months in the greenhouse. So
tell me a little bit more about this cannabinoid. I'm
yeah,
actually curious.
On the show. Well, I think we're still working on figuring out all the cannabinoids. I think we're up to like 300 now. Yeah, the scientists are right. But THCV is a cannabinoid that is actually an appetite suppressant, which is kind of unique. It doesn't give you the same munchies that you get from other cannabinoids, right? So we look at it as a nice appetite suppressant because what we found is there's a lot of people that are enjoying edibles and then people do not want the munchies because they want to not eat so much, yeah? So that's been kind of our experience with it. So we're excited to launch the Skinny Girl THCV gummies. They're going to be coming out next week. And we think we expect it to be a very appetite suppressant experience, but also a very focused kind of high. So it's actually a 3-to-1 THC to THCV ratio. And we think that 1 part THCV, we think people will enjoy the gummies, get you that nice little bit of a hybrid sativa, if not a kind of a focus high. And then we think you won't get the munchies, which I think a lot of people are looking for, yeah, especially at night, people eating edibles, you get super high and you eat way too much, you feel bad about it, right? We think this is a product that will reduce the appetite quite a bit for people, and it'll be a very interesting product, yeah. But we're excited. One of our dispensaries is right across from the university. We know students are looking for a cannabis experience, a little bit of focus, especially if you're studying, especially if you're going out doing stuff, being a little active. And we expect the Skinny Girl THC line to be that kind of line for those people that are looking for that experience. So super excited about that.
And we haven't said anything about you, my friend. I am so sorry about that.
This is Melissa. This is Melissa. She helps in sales and marketing with me also.
Hello, Melissa.
Hi.
I'm Mr. Token Mando.
Nice to meet you.
As you know, I'm the guy with the helmet with who reviews.
All right. That's awesome.
So tell me a little about yourself and what you do in the company.
So I've been with Quaking Aspen for about 2 years now. Started in packaging and did some harvesting. Now I'm kind of on the more of the sales and marketing sides of things. So basically lately we've just been doing a lot of these types of pop-ups all over Montana and promoting our new products.
This is our 4th event in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been busy. Yeah, we like doing events. Yeah, Montana needs to do more events like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, community events are important for sure.
They really, really are. Yeah. And which leads me to my next question. Are you guys planning on doing any of the other events that are coming up, like the big 710 parties that are down in Missoula, or any of that?
Yeah. The State Hempfest is not happening in the second half of the year, so I'm hoping this kind of takes the place of that, so to speak, right? And that's why we're here today. That's why we're a sponsor on this also. So we're excited about this one. We think it'll take the place of that. And then 710, somebody needs to do a big 710 sesh, yeah? I'm a rosin guy. We should be doing more sessions. I think me and Allie over at the Living Soil Alliance will do a sesh around 710 in July. I don't know if it'll exactly be 710, but wherever there's events happening in the state, we want to be a part of them. We want to show up. We want to take the product. We want to meet people. We have our product throughout the entire state, but when it comes down to events, they just need to be high-level events. They need to be professional, and that's always the trick with cannabis events. Yeah. So, and you gotta, in my experiences, you gotta come back and do them twice. You never know what's gonna happen on the first one. So it comes down to professional organizers like Kalani and the team here at Justice. These guys are professional organizers. They do a lot of music events. So I had some confidence in doing this one today. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. It's the first time they're doing it, but more professional people that know how to do events like this, I think, is really important for the community, especially in this state. Yeah, there's only 1 million people. There's not so many companies. We really got to work together instead of working against each other. So Canvas events are a great way for everybody to come together, show your product, and find a way to collaborate, because most of the people here, most of the vendors here are people we already do business with. So it's fantastic to be here. But yeah, I'm hoping to see a lot more events in Montana, especially the second half of this year. Be fantastic. So.
And yeah, we're kind of running a little bit. I can tell we're starting to run on time. But the questions that we were like what we were doing and stuff like that. Do you have any questions for me, the Token Mando?
Well, how long you been doing Token Mando?
So I have been officially doing. So I've actually been the Mando for many years, actually. So I started off as DJ Mando, working for WLMC Landmark Radio. And a lot of people don't really know that I've actually been Mando for years.
Gotcha.
And that was all the way in 2019. But we didn't officially start the show because I had missed radio and missed doing it a long time. So I officially started the show in 2023.
Nice.
And we've been just kicking it, rocking it, just keep going. And we've reviewed cannabis across almost all legal states.
Very cool. Yeah, we were talking about Vermont today. We're talking about the Northeast.
Yeah.
A lot of great hash up there, yeah?
Yeah, there is a lot.
I keep hearing there's a lot of great hash up in the Northeast, especially Maine, yeah? So I need to come up there sometime and check it out. But you should do more interviews like this at events like this, yeah? That would be a nice niche, yeah, to showcase companies, yeah? And to get out a little bit, you know? But yeah, man, we appreciate you reviewing the product, and I think you're going to be reviewing our Space Dust, our new Space Dust concentrate, hopefully in the next few weeks, yeah?
Yes, I am.
We'll make sure, when I get them in the stores next week, we'll make sure you come through and you get a sample of that, because we're super excited about that new product also. Again, like I said, the same thing with the vapes, yeah? If you're looking for kind of a little step up, we make isolate live resin, we call it ILR, and then our Space Dust will be a next step up above our BHO concentrate. So it'll be isolate live resin mixed with about 10-15% terps, and hopefully that's the next product you get a sample from us, yeah, and give us a review on. But yeah, that'll be coming out next week. But yeah, you should keep doing events like this and doing interviews. I think it'd be a nice touch.
This is actually the next stage of product development we started here on the show. Our first stage was showcasing, doing shorts across all of our platforms.
Very good.
So, as you guys know, we're not just on YouTube. We're all across. We just opened up a bunch of new channels that are across all the different platforms, and we're going to try to keep bringing this out more and more. So, like, I would love to get like a little walkthrough maybe one of these days and talk about the store a little bit.
Sure. Well, why don't we do a store review next time, and then why don't we bring you out to the grow and see the greenhouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
that'd be
always
awesome.
that's always the spectacle. So this company has a massive hybrid greenhouse. It's one of the nicest ones in the States. One of the nicest ones I've been in. Any company I've been in. Yeah. So maybe sometime we'll bring you out to the greenhouse and we'll do a tour of the grow. And then Melts, like you said, you went to the remodeled dispensary. Yeah. We switched the dispensary in Bozeman from Quaking Aspen now to Melts, right across from the university. But yeah, either way, we could do both. Maybe walk through the greenhouse when it's in full bloom, or we could do the dispensary. But let's find a way to get you on next walkthrough. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll have to get in contact. We'll have to keep in touch for that. I would love to do that. We'll have to, as you know, my face has to be covered.
That's okay. You can wear the helmet. Yeah. I think we'll be okay.
Okay. I just want to make sure that's okay with you guys before I go and do that.
That's okay with us. Don't worry.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for coming on to the show.
you.
I really appreciate you guys. For you guys that are here, we're going to see you guys on the next one. So peace and much love.